Hi guys, welcome to the Saving Money Show with me, your host Sean. Now, we're going to start with the President Trump and doctor's latest talks. If you remember, I said how the doctor would have to prescribe oxygen, and if they're saying how they'd have to talk to the nurse, to speak to the nurse about whether or not he had more oxygen. That sounds a bit like shielding the question, because they have to be truthful, otherwise they could lose their license. But I think they've been told not to say this, not to say that, so the doctor would know whether or not there's been oxygen given. They come out and they said twice oxygen was given, but it wasn't needed. They wouldn't give oxygen unless it was needed. I know. I spent half a year in ICU, and even when oxygen is needed, they try their best to get patients off of oxygen, and each time it needs a doctor's approval. Now, and any changes to the oxygen needs doctor's approval. The only time they don't is when the patient is not breathing, and even then the doctor needs to come. Now, the thing is, they asked about CT scans and the lungs. This is the thing that worries me. They said then how they're not able to divulge that information. You've given us is SAC results. You've given us is medical information. So why are you not allowed to give us the results? Which makes me think that there's something there. And as I said before, remdesivir with Regeneron, okay, it might be that it's better suited for him. Remdesivir cuts the hospital time by 3 days. We know that. We won't know until Thursday whether or not he's in a severe case or whether he's beating this. But steroids is for severe cases, and to tell the truth, steroids will give him a bump, make him feel like he's beating this. Now, I hope he does beat this. Firstly, being selfish for the sake of my stocks. Secondly, I don't want anyone to have to succumb to this virus. I'm not like that. Regardless of your political affiliation, you know, you wouldn't want anyone to. I'm not a Trump supporter, but you wouldn't. History shows us that if the sitting president regains control of an election, stocks should go up 6.5%. If a new guy comes in, so say Biden, then the stock market should go up 5%. Now, the thing is, there's $35 trillion waiting on the sidelines. That's why I said how when my investment in Alpha Financial went up 12%, and I went in there for a 12% dividend, I pulled my investment out because I made my 12%, and I just left the 12% profit that I made in there 12% profit that I made in there, so that could collect the 12% dividend, because it's no risk now. I pulled my initial investment out. I put 1,000 of it into AbbVie to collect a 5% dividend, and that started rising 2.5%. If that goes up 5% before Thursday, I will pull that out, and if everything's fine, I will go back in. Now it's because of the uncertainty and things don't seem right, and you may accuse me of trying to time the market, yes, but this is the sort of thing that could cause a crash. I'm not saying it's going to cause a crash, but it's the sort of thing that can. Now, I wish, hope and pray the president is fine, as I said, for the reasons I said, but I think people are taking the news reports as gospel and not looking close enough. They're not stepping back and looking close enough at the evidence. So I think people need to start doing that. Anyway, on to the next thing. And don't forget to hit that lovely like button, almost as lovely as me. Helps with the YouTube algorithm and getting the video out to more people. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Become part of the Saving Money Show family. We give each other hints and tips and updates about stocks and shares we talk about on the show. As well as that, you can ask me to look into any share you want, and I don't charge a Discord fee or ask for a Patreon. All I do ask is for you to comment in the box below and hit the like button, even if you disagree with me, especially if you disagree with me. I like a debate, and if I do something wrong, I want you to call me on it so I can improve the channel. And why not check out the links in the description below? There's lots of offers. I've used each one of them myself. I wouldn't give you links if I haven't checked them out myself. If you're looking for a free trading platform which should trade your stocks and shares, you know, you can get a free share worth up to £200 for signing up and depositing a small amount. A free trade only requires a £1 deposit. The others require £100 or dollars, depending on which one you go for. Stake has over 3,500 US stocks on their books, which is the biggest one outside of the US. Whereas Trading 212 is one of the best and easiest platforms to use. But as I said, I use all three. Anyway, on with the show. Firstly, I'd like to apologise for the background noise. I am outside, it is unavoidable. However, Under Armour, I spoke about it the other day. It's unloved. What people don't seem to realise is that Under Armour are making the spacesuits for SPCE, or Virgin Galactic. Now, when they do start flying, and I'm not talking about these launches like the one in October, I'm talking about when they actually do their space flights, get up and running, whether it's next year or the year after, and people see that Under Armour sign on these flights, how in demand do you think they're going to be? Yeah, I mean, that is just free branding, free advertising for them right there. Nike spends hundreds of millions in advertising. Under Armour spends a lot in advertising. I said how I think they should, how it's right that they pulled from the money from the colleges right now, because the colleges, let's face it, they're not fully open. They're not going to get money from that. I think it's right that they, I think they should pull the money from the sports celebrities, because I don't think they will get the money back from that, and they should go into influencers. And this is not even putting money into the influencers. This is just giving equipment, free equipment, and you're getting the advertising in exchange. You're creating a custom equipment, something, and everyone will be watching this, and you get so much revenue from it. Now, Regeneron has gone up, like I said. Gilead has gone up a bit, but not as much as Regeneron, which is what I said. But you have to make your own mind up whether Regeneron is worth getting into. Personally, as I said, if you went in on Friday, sorry about that noise. If you went on Friday, I would take money by Wednesday, both of them, and either keep it on the sidelines or move it elsewhere. You know, this would also be a good reason to go into a vaccine play. After all, GSK, Pfizer, Merck, they're all good value vaccine plays at the moment. AstraZeneca, I've always considered it overvalued. Morningstar consider it a few pound over its fair value. I think they've overvalued it. I understand they've brought in more products in their pipeline. Firstly, you cannot trust their reporting when they say, oh yeah, we'll have it by this, oh yeah, this is doing well, and we've seen that already. Now there's no harm going all in. You never know, the president might recover, but I always encourage having an emergency fund in case things drop. This is just an update. As I said, I didn't know that Alpha Financial was going to go up 12%. I went into it because it's a quality company, and I expected a 12% dividend, so I expected a 12% return on my money, and I was willing to hold it long term because it was a quality company. If it dropped after the dividend, I was willing to hold it long term with the amount I put in. Now it's risen 12%. I got the return I wanted. I pulled my initial investment out, and my 12% return I got, so I made £200 profit from selling the what I call the initial investment. £200 profit there, and I also put in left the 1k in there in shares. That's the rest of my profit. I'll get the 12% dividend on that, and then I'll see where the shares go. But I still think it's a good company. It's done amazingly well. Shit. And the funny thing is, no one's talking about it except for me. I can't believe it. I've tried contacting other people saying, why don't you look into this? All they're saying is, yeah, it looks a good company. Because Yahoo Finance hasn't updated its financials since last year, since last December. So do not go by Yahoo Finance, do your own research. This is the thing I'm trying to say. Always do your own research. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to hit the like button till it turns blue. Don't forget to comment in the box below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and share with anyone you think would enjoy this content. And I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe, stay savvy, stay invested. That's all for now. Goodbye.